Guilt, shame, and negative emotions from the past is what creates karma. When people do other people wrong and they feel guilty for what they did, but they don't hold accountability, that's why they receive karma. Because they know that what they're doing to other people is inherently bad. But instead, they're choosing to do negative stuff to people. People that don't hold guilt because they don't go out here doing bad stuff to people receive dharma because they realize this. And a lot of people will not receive karma because they don't have guilt. You create your karma. Karma, this is the reason why a lot of y'all get mad when y'all don't see y'all's enemies going through something. The reason why your enemies aren't going through stuff is because they don't feel guilty for what they do to other people. And y'all always say, oh, it's going to come back around. It's not going to come back around first if you are still harboring resentment. All that energy is just going to continue to be in your life. You're still going to be holding on to that. Those people are going to continue to move on and progress and not think about the way they treated you because you're the only person holding on to that energy. You're the only person absorbing all of that negative karma. And a lot of y'all are going to come on here and be like, no, if this person treats me this way, it's going to come back around. Well, how are you treating yourself? Because a lot of y'all have created these karmic situations and now you want to be mad at that person, but you created that karma by sticking yourself in a situation that you knew you weren't supposed to be in the first place. So how is that person going to receive karma for something that you allowed? You got to be mindful of that because y'all keep thinking what goes around comes around, but you're not realizing that the unforgiveness, the resentment, the anger, and the hate that you harbor within your heart towards people that have mistreated you is the same hatred that you're also projecting onto other people. And that's the reason instead of you getting dharma, you're receiving that person's karma because you have allowed yourself to take that person's karmic energy within you. And that's why you're bitter and you're on social media looking for these when's my enemy going to get their karma videos instead of just moving on and forgiving these people so that you can forgive yourself and forgive yourself for putting yourself in situations to where you're going to get hurt. So karma is not about what you do to other people. Karma is the way that you treat yourself. Karma is the guilt and the shame that you continue to carry within your heart because you are not able to forgive the people that God sent to hurt you in order for you to evolve and grow and heal and help other people, including yourself. So stop thinking that karma is like this boomerang thing that, oh, if someone does me bad, they're going to get it back. Because most of the time, God didn't send that person in there to teach you a very powerful lesson about self-love. And it has nothing to do with revenge. Because when you allow God to get the revenge, instead of sitting in resentment and anger towards people that have mistreated you, you're able to actually heal. And that turns into dharma. That's when you are able to get rid of that stagnant energy of anger and replace it with unconditional love for what you go through and for what others have put you through. I'm not saying to accept people's mistreatment. I'm saying stop putting yourself in places where people are going to mistreat you and then getting angry and expecting those people to go through the worst things when you chose that path. You chose that relationship. You chose the karmic life that you're going to live in order to learn and grow and evolve and become a stronger person for your future generation. So karma isn't a thing. Karma is guilt. Karma is shame. That is the reason why people like P. Diddy are being put behind bars and being ridiculed and shamed because he feels guilt and shame. And that's when karma started to happen to him. It didn't happen while he was at the top and he was doing all those things. That's when he was able to get away with it because he wasn't holding himself accountable and nobody else was holding himself accountable. The moment that that man started to feel guilt and shame, the moment people started to hold him accountable, that's when he received his karma. That's how karma works. It doesn't work with you thinking, oh, that person's going to... No, you got to hold them people accountable spiritually. You got to hold yourself accountable so that energy can be returned. The reason why a lot of y'all are still living in grief is because you're still angry and you're not allowing yourself to feel while you're angry. Why are you angry? Anger is self-love. So why did you put yourself in a situation for someone not to love you or treat you respectfully? We don't want to have these conversations, but these conversations are valid because a person can only mistreat you if you allow them to mistreat you. And I'm not saying that there's not situations where people will just disrespect you, because there's many situations where people will just disrespect you out of their own, insecurities and their own, inner projections. I'm talking about the people that get on here and are waiting for their enemies. You shouldn't be waiting for nothing. You should be focusing on healing and letting go of that repressed pain that those people have caused you. Because a lot of the times y'all find yourself stuck and bitter because you're still holding on to what people have done to you. And you're not allowing yourself to process that. And that's the reason why your enemies are not getting what they deserve, because you're still holding on to that. Forgive them for you. Don't forgive them for them. Because at the end of the day, if they knew better, they would do better. And if you knew better, you would have done better. My dog's bark is a confirmation. So stay protected out there and know that karma has nothing to do with the way people treat you. Karma has a lot to do with the shame and guilt many people still feel because of the way they treat people. And if you have forgiven yourself for the way that you treat people, you shouldn't receive any karma. That's not how it works. If you have evolved to the point where you understand that God has put you through certain experiences in order for you to heal, why would you get karma if God knows that we're down here to make mistakes and we're down here to hurt each other so that we can learn how to treat each other? Why would you receive karma for that? You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're meant to come down here and make mistakes and learn, then you're meant to come down here and make mistakes and learn. And the only way that you can receive divine justice is by holding yourself accountable and holding other people accountable. And that has nothing to do with wishing bad on other people that have mistreated you. It has everything to do with knowing that people are going to make mistakes, forgiving them, and moving forward with your life so that you can heal. You healing is their karma. Do y'all get that? It's not seeing the same people that hurt you hurt. It's making those people realize that what they put you through did not turn you into them. That is their karma. And that's what makes them feel guilty. And that's what allows them to receive the karma for hurting you. You see how that works? So stay blessed and stay informed always.